na Ghana ni biya she. But there's something going on. Incident na esi ewo eye Rich Hospital no. What we heard was that Raph ene ne nanfophobia ko Rich Hospital, and they have attacked a nurse. Where did we hear this from? It came from the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association for General Secretary, your friend David Chum Tenkrine. Picture, please, guys. This man, on the secretary of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, on the secretary. When the incident happened, we heard said the minister in charge, the sector, Akando, Honorable Akando, went to the hospital. It is not his job. But what will make a minister leave his office and walk to a hospital? Abra minister said there's management at the hospital that is supposed to make sure that anything that happens within the premises of that hospital is taken care of. Why do you think a minister, one, a minister is see the distance from his office to that hospital, no, and what? It's out of curiosity and out of respect and maybe showing what we call showing some compassion for maybe Omomo Hospital or any Omomo Jumano. The minister decided to leave his office and quickly dash to that hospital. So one, the minister has done what he's not supposed to do, meaning the management of the hospital was supposed to take care of the matter. It was not even supposed to get to that point where the minister will leave his office to go straight to the hospital. But it's so interesting. Senka Semsi Hospital, the first thing you'll be asking and say, who is in charge of the hospital? Asante Kotoko Football Club, no. Bisha football match biya, FA Cup ya, player no Emma back pass. Mistakenly, ekoshe. So who your team no? Na so who be bisa na team nim perform ya. Who do you ask? Do you actually ask about team owner and why, and now you ask about who is in charge of the management of the team? The first question you ask is, who is their coach? And I'm a in this Asamasi, a hospital. Your district director, your heads of departments in that hospital, your management heads. Why do you think say anybody will come and straight up blame the minister who is overseeing all the hospitals in Ghana? This man came out as the secretary of the Ghana Nurses and Midwifery Association, and all that he did was that. All right, my team is saying that I should change the picture. Thank you, team. So let's change the picture. My team says me change the picture. No, very important because it's not that clear. All right, thank you very much, team. I appreciate this. Now, this man, on-air secretary. Now, the first question, if you are the secretary of an association, the first question you ask, so who be bisa, now be bisa. The first question you ask and then they say, who is in charge? That's the first question you ask. Who is in charge? Who is in charge of the hospital? In fact, some person we are very, very honest. You ask yourself, the first question you ask and they say, that moment, who was in charge of the shifts? Because you start from the bottom and you start to read it to the top. It's Assembly Sianajua, who is in charge of the night shift? Who is in charge or who was in charge of the afternoon shift? Who was in charge of the morning shift? So then you start to break the matter down. Then you get to know who is responsible or whose responsibility was it to make sure this was actually curtailed. But this man who is the general secretary of an association, and let us not get this wrong, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, it is like any other association in Ghana. It is a Ghana Tomatoes Union Association. It is a Molikoko Sellers Association. It is a Mampam Association. It is a Ghana Bar Association. An association. Remember, the Minister of Health he is overseeing 71 associations under his ministry. 71 unions. 71. And this is one minister with his deputy overseeing the activities of 71 unions under his office. And you are the secretary of an association. What do you do first? You first ask, who is in charge? Now, this is what happened. My member video now you share strategically, interestingly. The video that was put out there is the only video making headlines, making rounds. Say, Raph and now for a year rage, they actually went to brutalize a nurse. And this is the man who started this campaign. Remember, the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses Association, Midwives Association, Sama Ameno, Nikunu MPP chairman. This guy is her deputy. This guy is her general secretary. Now, this guy started a campaign, and that campaign was straightforward, geared towards the minister. And you ask yourself, why? Now, minister, why doing? Na minister na ya and the Assemblea Hospital. The management of the hospital has been left out. The board has been left out. But straightforward, the minister is the one being questioned. Now, the so-called video, this man and his group, the whole Ghana say, this is the confrontation and the assault is Seawall Ridge Hospital. And I know you have watched it. There's a reason why I want to play this video. Let's watch this. So this is the incident. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association for SA. Sa video na CCTV ne capture nyina. Inti CCTV na wo Ridge Hospital no. This is the video I'm capture. I'm say Raph ne ndamfofo a call the emergency ward no. They attacked a nurse. So far, this is the only video these people released into the system. And let me tell you on authority, they carefully released this little short video to help the narrative of this guy and his boss. Now, what's your video, no? These people now came out and said, nurse na muhuno video man na muhuno video no. She was beaten to pop. In fact, nurse no ye bunin sem e bun kom ema ontume home. This guy led a team of media men to go to the hospital to interview the nurse. Remember, Assembly CNO, Minister Abaho, Anameboa. Remember, Minister Echreye, and through the press conference, time or tia semono, the steps he took. And Sana, this man who is called David Chum Tenkran, stepped in as an association secretary. It's just a mere association. Okay. Now, nurse, almost say, Raph moko bo no prepare no onye.
When he came in, he wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him, Raph. Okay. We explained to him, and then he was like, he wouldn't sit down. And my child told him to get a card, a hospital card. Why should he get a hospital card? Because his name must be in the system. Once his name is tied in the system, it should everything should pop up. And my child said, no, it's not done like that in Ghana. There he was angry because he was told it's not done that. That is not done in Ghana. And he started insulting us. We don't want Ghana to progress. Then he brought out the phone. But initially, I did a pressure dressing for him. In his finger that he said it was bleeding, it had bled. Okay. The blood had dried.
Okay.
So I just had to put a gauze on it so that we reassure him. Okay. He wasn't happy about it, so he took off the dressing I did for him. Okay. Then I approached him and I told him that I've done a dressing for you, so be patient. We have 2 trauma cases and other cases too are there. We want us to leave them. He got angry and he started yes. So he did this to me. And then when he went out, I don't know where the guys came from. Most of the health workers saw them earlier, so they had flee. I didn't see them. And then they, from my back to my chest, and then they were just...
Did they push you? Were you pushed? Or what did they do? What did they do to you?
Yes, I was hit. I don't know if it was a fist, a tap. I can't describe the...
But what happened to your hands?
Raphael, I don't know. Raph did this to me. He hit me with the phone with the fist. And I even dodged a couple of the fists. And they hit me
all over.
But right now I have a dislocation on my shoulder and some headaches and body pain.
All right, thank you very much.
And to add up, he was telling us he will follow us to our homes and beat us. And if take one life and...
Oh, he will take one life. I actually said that.
Yes.
Okay. We are happy to hear that.
So, this is the nurse. What happened was, on the narration, it just said, Raph bae no, na ade twa ne nsa, e no krabo a Raph de ade chichire so. And a Raph yi to twene say, ade ntina, omon bua ne ntem, one obi so aba ono so ehia help. Na their approach no, nti Raph bufu no ka just say Raph say onya abutre. And Raph say onya abutre na Raph pia bontene. Nti Raph bae no de ne nanfofo bae na almost started so almost bono. Inti almost bu shoulder. Raph de nsa e boni se man nsa wen mu obu. E med bandage achechire. E man nsa ba ko no shoulder na dislocate nti e hya homam. E ma ba ko bi onim se e tap. Bronika se tap ha. We defend a tap. Someone tapped you. And I say a fist punch. Also onim but the other man no him say a tap and I say a fist on one shut down. In the situation ye, Oma be bruni ye. Now it's interesting. As somebody see, you know, the minister heard it. Minister ne tia semono. He quickly, in fact, let me play the minister's own statement to you. I mean, what minister's statement is true.
On Monday morning, I sent a delegation to Ridge Hospital to ascertain the situation. When the delegation came up, upon debriefing, I realized that I had to follow up. And ladies and gentlemen, let me state this, that I have the health workers of this country at heart. And so any attempt by any individual or any group of people to try to incite the health professionals against government, pretending he cares more than us, is unfortunate. And we must stop that. It's an avoidable tension we must avoid. It doesn't help the sector. If indeed you are a practicing health professional in the sector, it doesn't help the sector. And so, when the delegation came back, I had to follow up. I was in a company with the Deputy Director General and other directors of the ministry. We joined the medical superintendent at the Ridge Hospital, and I visited the victims. After going around, we had a closed-door meeting to discuss the issues, not insults. One, how to look at beefing on the internal security, staffing issues. So after the closed door meeting, I came out to address the press to categorically condemn the physical attack. And that is the most important aspect.
So, Minister Asamo Kenyana say, Assembly see, no, Ejuada, Otu nipa ote, no, because Minister no office no any rage and what? On a normal day, the minister is not supposed to go there. And you know, no. The management of the hospital are supposed to take care of this. And then if they have to write a report to their superiors, they write it. And if it has to go up to get to whoever has to take the necessary action, it is not the job of the minister. But approximation, baby, an office no one hospital no one. Emu etia into otia some no otin inframe no say no otu nipa sa monko ho na monko assess situation and mobile report. It is not even my duty to go there because somebody is being paid to make sure say this hospital is run efficiently. Now delegation Koba, they came to tell the minister say this is what we went to find, and the minister said, I want to go there myself and find out what exactly is going on. I want to see it with my naked eye. It's minister now ekoye onante ko hospital, Ridge Hospital. And remember, minister because or say on the deputy director of the hospital no kan and a medical superintendent ne kan. That means ministers no koye no na sa nurse no na oho. Remember, sansem we nyina asi no na ye won kofo a ye the hospital na show monsa, they have to make sure the right things are done. Ridge Hospital almost security. Yes or no? Yes. Ridge Hospital almost management on standby in case there's an emergency. Yes or no? Yes. Ridge Hospital, there was senior doctors when even there is some kind of confrontation between junior nurses, senior nurses or whatever, they can step in, directors within. Yes. So the question here is, if anything like that happens, now Minister Kreniwa, report to Benny Troy, who was in charge of that. Now, if this guy goes to a Ridge Hospital, who is the first person he's supposed to see? Or say, or a secretary of just an association. An association that is not backed by any federal law. It's just a mere association. It is also a doctor wako school onim nyansa no. Owura hospital what first no. Who did he consult? Who did he talk to? What report did he read? For him to come to that conclusion, to go sit on radio to start insulting the minister. Remember, the minister, so Papa or a doctor. I'm sorry, team. I got the old picture. Papa was a doctor. Also, TSS said the employer is the minister in charge of that sector. So his employer is Honorable Akando. I don't know whether he's a practicing lawyer, a doctor or not, but also a doctor or practitioner. Now say, the Ministry of Health asia. It means to say, this guy, his boss or their employer is the Minister of Health. Now, some say crazy. What will make you the employee? Go on radio and speak this way. See, Nano Asem on radio.
The fact that the whole thing came on social media, the young man was throwing his weight about in the hospital, which as a sector minister, you should know that that is not how things must be done at the hospital. The guy should have been arrested there and then. And I told